Hello, PCPH and friends, community, family. My name's Huiran Xaxni. I am the children's coordinator for Presbyterian Church of Palm Harbor, and I am excited to bring you Thursday's devotional for this Holy Week as we prepare for Easter. I am going to be reading two passages to you, or for us, and the first one comes from the Old Testament in the book of Exodus, and the second will come from the New Testament in the book of John. Feel free to just close your eyes and listen as I read. I will read the Bible chapter and verses if you'd like to follow along. And here we go. So the first passage comes from Exodus chapter 12, and I'll be reading from verses 1 through 4 and then 11 through 14. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, "This month is to be the beginning of months for you. It is the first month of your year. Tell the whole community of Israel that on the 10th day of this month, they must each select an animal of the flock according to their fathers' households, one animal per household. If the household is too small for a whole animal, that person and the neighbor nearest his house are to select one based on the combined number of people. You should apportion the animal according to what each person will eat." And then verses 11 through 14. "Here is how you must eat it. You must be dressed for travel, your sandals on your feet, and your staff in your hand. You are to eat in a hurry. It is the Lord's Passover. I will pass through the land of Egypt on that night and strike every firstborn male in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. I am Yahweh. I will execute judgments against all the gods of Egypt. The blood on the houses where you are staying will be a distinguishing mark for you. When I see the blood, I will pass over you. No plague will be among you to destroy you when I strike the land of Egypt." And then from the New Testament, I will be reading John chapter 13, verses 1 through 17. Before the Passover festival, Jesus knew that his hour had come to depart from this world to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. Now by the time of supper, the devil had already put it into the heart of Judas, Simon Iscariot's son, to betray him. Jesus knew that the Father had given everything into his hands, that he had come from God, and that he was going back to God. So he got up from supper, laid aside his robe, took a towel, and tied it around himself. Next, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet and to dry them with the towel tied around him. He came to Simon Peter, who asked him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus answered him, "What I'm doing you don't understand now, but afterward you will know." "You will never wash my feet ever," Peter said. Jesus replied, "If I don't wash you, you have no part with me." Simon Peter said to him, "Lord, not only my feet, but also my hands and my head." "One who has bathed," Jesus told him, "doesn't need to wash anything except his feet. But he is completely clean. You are clean, but not all of you." For he knew who would betray him. This is why he said, "You are not all clean." When Jesus had washed their feet and put on his robe, he reclined again and said to them, "Do you know what I have done for you? You call me teacher and Lord. This is well said, for I am. So if I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example that you also should do just as I have done for you. I assure you, a slave is not greater than his master, and a messenger is not greater than the one who sent him. If you know these things, you are blessed if you do them. Wow, that is powerful. That last verse says, if you know these things, you are blessed if you do them. Jesus tells us if we know that we can wash each other's feet, then we're blessed. So be blessed, PCPH friends, community, family, neighbors. We love you at PCPH. We miss you, and we hope you're all staying safe and healthy.